Man, it's been one crazy ass day in the NFL world. Am I right, boys and girls? Sauce Gardner is traded to the Indianapolis Colts for 2 first-round picks and A.D. Mitchell. Logan Wilson is the big acquisition that Jerry Jones promised that he was going to do. Said actually he's not actually a big-time acquisition for the Cowboys, but whatever, bro. It is what it is. What is going on, everybody? Welcome over to Lucas E. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show. With your NFL Week 10 Power Rankings for this week. For your anything, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Lucas E. Allen. Watching today's podcast, hit the like button on today's podcast on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for our post notifications and upload on YouTube. Leave a comment. Leave my NFL Week 10 2025 Power Rankings. Also hit a 5-star rating as well on Spotify, and also a comment series on Spotify would be very nice as well. And by the way, before we get into today's Power Rankings, a little bit of announcement I'm going to make for the second channel, Lucas E. Allen. So I just put out a statement on Twitter, and go check that out to say at least and much when you want to hear my voice at all. It's up to you, honestly. Twitter.com/Lucas E. Allen. I discussed basically the trade deadline 2025. Discussed in probably the second channel, Lucas E. Allen. It's his main channel, Lucas E. Allen 1018, obviously. The second channel is Lucas E. Allen. Discuss probably more likely your NFL trade deadline for 2025, all the acquisitions that each team has made. Want to think about any comments section, not the comment section, think about the trades to say at least. I want to hear your guys' takes on it as well. I might take a few tweets on Twitter to say at least if I have. And not following, obviously, I only have 206 followers on Twitter, but whatever, bro. Might take a few of you leave enough comments to say at least on Twitter, say at least. Now let's get right into this week's Power Rankings for the main channel, Lucas E. Allen 1018, obviously. And go to your top 16 NFL teams heading into week 10 NFL season. Starting with number 16, I'll get right into today's podcast, man. Joe, please, I gotta say that. Number 16, you got the Chicago Bears for the same record, same rankings last week at number 16 last week too. The same record this week, it's 16 to say at least. I hear my chair go off, I'm sorry about that if you heard that. Chicago Bears obviously had basically a mini shootout with the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday afternoon. And basically, obviously that Bengals defense looks even more worse. They were trading Logan Wilson to the Cowboys. And then they're probably going to trade more players, probably defense even get worse to say at least. His team's not trying to keep Joe Burrow. I think they're trying basically when he's healthy. Probably even trade Joe Burrow in the offseason. Wait and find out. They're not keeping this man happy. Their defense is complete, utter fucking garbage. They trade one of their few best players. Not even Trey Hendrickson. He could even be traded as well. I feel like their second best player, Logan Wilson, is also being traded to the Cowboys. Oh my goodness, what are you doing, Cincinnati? You're a dumpster fire all year, to say at least. Number 16, the Chicago Bears obviously a 47-42 victory over Cincinnati Bengals and obviously Cincinnati. They're still playing a pretty great record, but obviously they play a putrid defense in the Bengals. And allowed 42 points to give up on defense to a 40-year-old Joe Flacco. That's why I'm not higher this week. I thought about not even playing them on this rankings this week. I thought putting them at the Panthers, number 16. I know. I'm probably going to hear from fucking Bears fans, though. Oh, you lost to the Carolina Panthers. Why are they on the list? Well, why are you on the list, then? I'm just putting the same record there, to say at least. But number 16, anyways, you got the Chicago Bears. Now top 15. Jump, please, number 15. You're a horn outside. I'm sorry. You hear more fucking horns. What else is new in hotels, man? Unbelievable. Number 15, get the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. Who won in overtime against the Las Vegas Raiders, who barely fell a 2-point conversion in overtime. And thank God. And that's who usually also took that idea against the Cowboys and put the Jaguars and trying to go for a win, not tie with the Cowboys. Honestly, I still would rather lost that game than tie with the fucking Cowboys. I'm not joking, people. I hate ties in NFL, to say at least. But anyways, no, seriously, you get the Jacksonville Jaguars are my 15 for power rankings. It's still a very good football. Also, you trade. I was speaking of a trade deadline. A trade for Jacoby Myers will be a 4th and a 6th round pick. That's actually a pretty good pickup for the Jaguars. Honestly, not much weapons there. Most of them are hurt. You got Brian Thomas Jr. You got Travis Hunter plays offense and defense. A bunch of different guys as well as you look in between, to say at least. So I'm on a pickup for the Jacksonville Jaguars getting Jakobi Meyers. Not a bad pickup if you ask me to say at least. Maybe wide receiver 3, maybe wide receiver 2, honestly. We find out. Depends on Travis Hunter when he plays more likely. More likely he's playing defensive line, quarterback to say at least. At number 15, the Jacksonville Jaguars barely win in overtime against the Las Vegas Raiders. Kind of a little bit alarming. But then again, they actually traded to make an upgrade this trade deadline to go trade for Jakobi Meyers, man. Very decent pickup if you ask me. For the Jaguars, number 15, not top 14. No, jump on please, number 14. Number 14, you got the Los Angeles Chargers, who defeated the Tennessee Titans by 1 touchdown last week, with 27-20. Obviously, game was in Tennessee. The Titans are fucking awful, bro. Oh my goodness. They can't protect Cam Ward for shit. I was going all in the offseason. How the offensive line is pretty decent. By better than the weapons they got, obviously. And it's still, the weapons are not great at all in Tennessee. The offensive line was not great as we thought it would be. Like, yeah, I got picked up Kevin Zeiler. I thought it'd be a pretty good pickup. He's not been the best year of his career yet, not even close yet. Got J.C. Latham, got Pierce Sharonsky, drafted in the first round, respectively top 10, both those guys. Man, that is not a good season. You're a Tennessee Titan fan at all. As for the Chargers, though, you pick up another win over a bad team. We don't mean to say about that. They only won by 1 touchdown, man. Not great if you ask. No, they're out there. Offensive line of tackles, and Joe All's now the rest of the season. Same thing with Rashawn Slater. Like, oh my goodness, man. How you going to go in the playoffs with both your left and right tackle, man? It's not going to be great at all. Say at least, the Chargers, number 12. Chargers, number 14 is power rankings this week. They're number 12 last week. By the way, Jaguars were 15 last week, too, so if I mentioned that. Anyways, get the Chargers, number 14. You're not top 13, though. Jim, please, number 13. Number 13, you get the San Francisco 49ers, who they beat the New York Giants last week, 34-24. Obviously, a pretty good opponent there. Obviously, the Giants not the greatest at all. You know, Jackson Joe, more and more promising, a better rookie, to say at least. He's looking probably a better rookie than freaking Cam Ward, honestly. I know the Giants. I mean, both the situations not that great either. Or even Tennessee or near Jersey, the Giants. I know probably Tennessee be a better situation. Just notice that I think the New York Giants are putrid, honestly. But still, man. You got the 49ers, and obviously number 13 for this week. It's still a pretty good football team. All their freaking injuries. If their team needs to make an acquisition minus the Cowboys, especially on offense, with other injuries they have, it's the San Francisco 49ers. Will they trade for T. Higgins? I don't know. I doubt they'll trade for Jamar Chase, so he ain't going anywhere. But T. Higgins, I feel like he can be on the block today. I definitely feel that the way. I want my Packers to honestly get him. I always say, people, T. Higgins, if he's not a Cincinnati Bengals with Jamar Chase, this man can easily be a number 1 wide receiver in any different team. I know, he put up more yards than Jamar Chase last week. That goes to show you. I'm not saying he's better than Chase, obviously not even better than Chase, but still, if he's on a different team, minus the Bengals or Vikings either, obviously Justin Jefferson, I feel like he can be a borderline number 1 wide receiver. I'm not saying he's a top 3 wide receiver in the National Football League, I'm not saying that. But he hasn't had the shot to do it because he's on the team with Jamar Chase. We ain't found out that, though, stuff to say at least. Anyways, with the 49ers, number 13 is his power rankings this week. Definitely a good football team. He's going to make another trade. Obviously, I don't know about their trades, though. Their depth's not been pretty banged up, man. Probably got Christian McCaffrey out healthy all year, but that is what it is to say at least. But the 49ers, number 13. You're not top 12, though. Gentlemen, please, number 12. Number 12, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 14, last week increased in 2 spots. This obviously defeating the Indianapolis Colts, number 1 in this power rankings last week. Obviously not this week at all. Much needed win for the Steelers. They only separate those stands in the AFC North with them and the Ravens. A win like this against the number 1 seed in the AFC, the Colts, it's definitely a big win if you're a Steeler fan. Obviously, they didn't put the greatest of games. Like, obviously, Rodgers was probably better in games. So I'm looking at the stats right now to make sure. Let's see. Colts versus Steelers. If the internet would like to work today, I highly doubt it would, though. I'm going to display a little bit of hope, though. Even though it's not looking good at all. Sorry, boys and girls, but I'm pretty sure Daniel Jones was outdueled by Rodgers, honestly. Yeah, my internet fucking sucks right now, of course. Unbelievable. Anyways, got the Steelers number 12, still a very good football team, obviously, with 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers at the helm. If they could somehow win this division with Lamar Jackson healthy, they need to pick up more wins like they did on last Sunday against the Colts. Those wins are going to be helping the Steelers a lot, especially at home. You get the Steelers number 12 last week, number 14 last week, number 12 this week. Not for top 11, no, Jones please number 11. Absolutely can't believe they're number 11 this week for this team. Being my favorite football team, spoiler alert, obviously. Fucking awful game they put up on Sunday afternoon. We'll discuss it right now. Number 11 is spoiled already. You get the Green Bay Packers. Also, number 6 last week dropped 5 spots, losing it at home against the fucking Carolina Panthers. Don't get twisted. We didn't lose to the Panthers. We lost to Rico Dowdle. That dude was fucking insane. Rico Dowdle basically carried the whole Panthers on their back to defeat the Packers on the best defense in the National Football League. I gotta give a shout out to Rico Dowdle, honestly. You know, I'm not even a Panther fan. I'm not even he was a former Cowboy, too. Rico fucking Dowdle. What a fucking year that man's having. He ran over us. He was basically running over us the whole freaking game. I didn't watch it per se. I was watching Vikings and Lions. I can't believe the Vikings won that game against the Lions. We'll discuss the Lions in a little bit. They lost, too. I'm glad for that, honestly, because I'm glad for one of the few games when the Vikings win, they actually win, honestly. The Packers got number 11. They're still a good football team. It's got to beat the bad teams. They haven't done it. We did the same thing basically we did against the Browns. This time not in Cleveland. This time in Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Not great, especially when you're throwback jerseys in the 1920s, I believe. I believe it's from the 1920s, honestly. Not a great performance the Green Bay Packers performed on Sunday afternoon. It's obviously coming off the performance they gave last week in Jordan Love. Almost 361 yards against the Steelers defense, but still. You'd think it'd be better this week. At least in the slow light same Strasburg. No, he put up freaking 13 points against the fucking Panthers at home. Now, not just Jordan Love's fault. It's not even his fault in general. It's a lot of Matt LaFleur's fault. And the defense to a point of not slowing down Rico Dowdle to run rush defense. Like, where the fuck is Micah Parsons, bro? Come on, man. We gave 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark for you. We need to trade for Kenny Clark back? I don't mind that at all. But whatever, man. It is what it is. If the Packers from 11 for this week's power rankings, not top 10 on Dix, a fucking awful loss they gave against the Panthers. So on place number 10, though. Number 10, you got the Kansas City Chiefs. So above the Packers this week, but still drops 3 spots. Obviously, number 7 last week. Obviously, a loss against the Buffalo Bills. But then again, the Bills always beat the Chiefs in the regular season, but the complete opposite for the postseason. God, I am worried, bro. But the script writers of the NFL come up with another script where the Bills Chiefs here beat the Bills in the playoffs. Better not be the AFC Championship game, all that. They better at least be the wild card divisional round. Because I do not want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I really don't. Look at their team. Look at this. They're 5-4. And they're still the favorites to come out the AFC. When meanwhile, they're not even in a playoff spot right now. Like, what's with the Chiefs? Why is Patrick Mahomes getting MVP votes? How? He's not even the best player of his team all year. I'm not saying it's Kelsey or a defense or whatever. I don't care. Patrick Mahomes is not the MVP this year. I can't believe that I'm actually spewing those words right now. What has he done to be the MVP candidate this year? Was not like Jonathan Taylor, who's my pick, honestly. How he wins it because he's a rookie. Not a rookie, running back, excuse me, not a rookie at all. Or better yet, if you're not giving it to Jonathan Taylor, you give that to Baker Mayfield. Did I mention Josh Allen either? No, I didn't mention him. No, I should get the MVP either. He's not having the best year at all either. But give that shit to Baker Mayfield. This man has no weapons at all most of the year. Obviously, you have Ibuka. When healthy, Probably the most dominant trios receivers, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Emeka Ibuka. I mean, come on, man. That's a freaking great wide receiver through trio. And they're not healthy. So, but therefore, he has barely any weapons other than Bucky Irving. He's been banged up, too. The only best weapon he's had all year is being healthy is fucking Cade Otton or Rashard White. Not great. I mean, this man's put his team on his freaking back. You can be one of the best teams in the NFC. And it was just later in power rankings, too. But no, it's not Patrick Mahomes, boys and girls. It's either Baker Mayfield or Jonathan Taylor. And you're not getting to Jonathan Taylor, you're getting that shit to Baker Mayfield. Not Patrick Mahomes. Sorry, not sorry. This man threw 200 receptions to a god-awful Redskins defense. No, he does not deserve an MVP. And the Chiefs are still probably more likely beating it than used to AFC Championship games. So I always find a way to get there. Or it's on the road or at home, you name it. Just hope the guys somehow do not make the playoffs. And then they meet the Bills. Oh boy, it's over. The Bills ain't beating the Chiefs in the playoffs. They beat them in the regular season. Why the fuck would they beat them twice in the whole year? Ain't gonna happen. Not from the referee standpoint. And but by the way, off topic for 1 second. You see, and people might say, like, I hate back-to-back winners in, like, a Super Bowl or NBA Finals or a World Series. Well, obviously the elephant in the room, boys and girls. The Los Angeles Dodgers, this is largers, honestly. The Los Angeles Dodgers went back-to-back in the World Series. You would think I would hate that. No, I'm not. The Game 7 game between the Dodgers and Blue Jays was fucking incredible. If you're going to do a back-to-back in anything, and no, I don't prefer that at all. I don't like it. But if you're going to do it, that's the way to do it. Not the Kansas City Chiefs way, win the Super Bowls. Not they won it last year. I'm talking about 2 years previous, the Eagles and Niners, the two previous Super Bowls, not even last year. But you get the gist. They're number 10 for this week. Enough. I'm going to get clicked by the online with some idiot. Some idiot Chief fan with 20 numbers in his username. Moving on to number 9 spot. Not Chiefs, not top 9. Jump on, please, number 9. Number 9, you got the New England Patriots, are technically the leaders of the AFC East still. Or number 10 last week. Obviously, they beat who they beat this? Well, they beat the Falcons this week, obviously. If it wasn't for John Parker Romo, the kicker who got released today from the Falcons, this game could be in overtime. But no, he botched the field goal and he missed the extra point. Now the Falcons lost. It's like they blew a 28-3 lead of Super Bowl 51 that year. When it was Tom Brady, New England Patriots, and Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. They blew that, a 28-3 lead, and they can't even make it to overtime. They blew an extra point. Oh my God, the Falcons never want to face the Patriots ever again after that, those two things, right? Oh my God, but still the Patriots in all seriousness are a great football team. They have one of our favorite schedules of the division leaders so far. They could honestly win this division. I want to bat an eye. It's not the number 1 team this week. Actually, number 1 is actually the division rival, the Bills. So spoiler, obviously. But still, I think the Patriots can still win this division. They can definitely do it. They have a favorable schedule. Go over it right now, actually. I know, I'm 18 minutes on this podcast. I'm up number 9 power rankings. That is 16. I know, I'm crazy. I'll go over it again, but internet would like to work, obviously. The Patriots schedule. I'm going to look up that. Let's just see on my facts right here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously beat the... What did they beat this week? Well, the Falcons, obviously. My internet would like to work. Do. Guess the internet does not want to work, boys and girls. I'm in a hotel right now. I'm not like in my friend's studio house. Has great internet, nonetheless. I'm actually in a hotel still, to say the least. Okay, we need to try... Okay, no, it's not working. Let's say I know they have a favorable schedule after this. And obviously, even though a favorable schedule, I know you got the Buccaneers this week. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough, especially when the Bills have the Dolphins this week. But other than that, it's not much better for... I know they play the Bills again after, and this time in New England and Boston. But still, I feel like that's like the only two I think that will be facing refs that's been semi-good or great. So I look at least my power rankings. I don't think they face the Eagles. I don't think they face the Colts. No, I think that's all they got. Yeah, pretty sure at least. A schedule standpoint. I wish my internet would like to fucking work, but I doubt it would. The Patriots, number 9 this week, number 10 last week, still remains in the football team. Drake May is going to be very good at sophomore year, to say at least. No sophomore slump for Drake May. Not he had a great rookie season at all, no, but still. He actually progressed in his sophomore year, as more quarterbacks should do. Say hi, CJ Stroud. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, Texans fans. I know you're going through pain recently. Number 9, get the Patriots, and not top 8, though. General release with number 8. Move on to a team that's wanting to beat another 2024 starting quarterback for Jane Daniels, the Seattle Seahawks. Hawks number 11 last week and beat the Washington Redskins. I'm sorry, Commanders. I'm still going to call them Redskins. I feel like to. Seahawks, what a fucking team. Despite not having Cooper Kupp, and this has to take the trade deadline. They did trade for Rashid Shaheed from the Saints. That is a very good deep threat for Sam Darnold to take the pressure off Jackson Smith and Jigger just a little bit. My goodness, though, man. Seattle looks fucking amazing. I thought it'd be like an overhyped team in the offseason, but man, oh man, I was wrong about them. They're taking that hype and they're going forward with it. I like that for mentality, same to say at least. And Seattle is a very good team, man. Gotta give shouts for due for the Seahawks. Obviously, I believe they're division leaders right now for the NFC West. I think it's a 3-way. Is it a 3-way tie or is it a 2-way tie with them and the Rams? I know the Niners are probably a half game back if they're not tied. Whatever, man. That's Seahawks number 8. Number 11 last week. Not top 7. No, Joe, please, number 7. Number 7, you have the Detroit Lions, who are number 2 last week, just like the Packers, dropped 5 spots. To top of the NFC North teams, the Packers and Lions dropped 5 spots this week's power rankings. It's coming off of ugly losses. It's more brutal for the Packers standpoint than the Lions. At least the Lions lost the team on 14 games last year. Different quarterback again, but still. I don't. People are saying I'm watching the Pat McAfee show today. Shout out to Pat McAfee. I love his show, honestly, on ESPN and YouTube, where you get the stuff to say at least. Like, he's great, but they're saying the NFC North, all the 4 teams, the Packers, Lions, Bears, and Vikings, could realistically make the playoffs. I'm like, it's close, kinda, yeah. But I don't trust the Vikings with J.J. McCarthy. Maybe Caleb Williams to a point. I obviously get Packers and Lions to be top of that division, obviously. Maybe Chicago will give you. They look great against Cincinnati. That's a god-awful Bengals defense, obviously. I know we're 5-3. Got the Giants this week. Probably another 6-3, honestly, but still. Like, why would the Vikings make the playoffs? I don't get it. Isn't, like, Justin Jefferson banged up, too? I don't even know at this rate, honestly. I know he got hurt in the Sunday game. I don't know if he came back, or I think he did, honestly, when I think about it. But the Lions is still a top 7 football team, even though I'm not saying it's an ugly loss like the Packers losing against the Panthers, an ugly loss. The Vikings are still a good football team around J.J. McCarthy. I still can trust this man long term. This man had one good quarter before this game against the Chicago Bears. That's all he put up. Minus this game is pretty good for the most part. He had 1 interception. It's not even his fault at all. This is a lot. Terrion Arnold played a phenomenal play there. But still, man, there's one fucking game in 1 quarter and a half. 1 quarter out of 4. Basically, 1 good game plus a quarter of good football from J.J. McCarthy. Like, I don't trust, is he better than Carson Wentz right now? Of course he is. Carson Wentz out for a year, I get that. Is he better than Max Brosser? Probably. He definitely is, honestly. But is he going to be like the Sam Darnold type replacement long term? I had my doubts, people. I'm sorry. Nothing about J.J. McCarthy seems just legit to me. Well, watch that backfire. The Vikings sweep the Packers this season. Watch that happen, knock on wood. But still, the Lions are still a great football team. It's probably just 1 loss. Probably. They only lost 3 games already. They lost against the Packers, opening week. Then they lost against the Chiefs. Now they lost to the Vikings. That's our first home loss against the Vikings. But still, like the Lions, number 7 is power rankings this week. Then they're still a top 7 football team, not number 6. So, everyone, please, number 6. Number 6, you have the division leaders of the AFC West, the Denver Broncos, where they beat the Houston Texans last week 18-15 in NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Oh my goodness, what a freaking defensive showdown with that Broncos defense. Oh my god, man. I feel like every time I look at CJ Stroud, I feel like he gets getting so much sack, at least pressure up his you know what, obviously. Like, holy crap, the Broncos season, and they have Patrick Surtain, their best player on defense. It's the stacked defense on paper, too. Like, oh my goodness, what a fucking defensive clinic the Broncos did, man. An amazing defense. Ever since they gave it a 70-point game a couple years ago against the Dolphins, nothing but shut down type corners, man. Obviously, you got Riley Moss, Patrick Surtain's banged up, but still, you drafted Jadae Barron being the first round of this past draft. Not the second round, I forgot which round it was. So the Broncos, you gotta watch out for them, man. Oh, the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl. They're not even the best team in their division. Look at the Broncos. I don't care if Bo Nixon's on a level of Patrick Mahomes. I don't give a shit. The roster is much better in Kansas City, especially on defense. What the fuck is wrong, you people? I know they're not the best receivers outside McCourty and Sutton compared to like Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown. I get that. I don't know, man. That defense in Denver could give a lot of people a lot of problems with or without Patrick Surtain. And the reason why they're number 6 this week. Number 8 last week. Not top 5. Gentlemen, please, number 5. Number 5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming off a bye this week in Week 9. Nothing else to say there. Honestly, the Buccaneers still a great football team. Obviously, while most are weapons, like I said previous in this play's podcast. If you're not giving an MVP to Jonathan Taylor, you better best you give that to Baker Mayfield. I prefer to give it to Taylor, because I know he's not going to get that. He'll probably be a running back. Well, about a running back win MVP in 2025. I know I doubt it. So, I think he should be. But if you had number 2, I definitely got Baker Mayfield. Like, no, it's not Josh Allen. No, it's not. Especially not Patrick Mahomes. What the fuck are you people on? Like, I don't get it. What's the hype for Patrick Mahomes being MVP? I don't get it. Whatever, bro. It is what it is. But the Buccaneers, number top 5 football team to me, without the weapons, Baker Mayfield's putting his team on his back. Without Bucky Irvin most of the year, without Mike Evans most of the year, without Chris Scott most of the year, and Mecca Buko is out too. And your top 2 weapons is Rashard White and Cade Otton. I mean, damn. This man's putting his team on his back to deliver his team into the postseason, hopefully, knock on wood. What a fucking quarterback Baker Mayfield has been all year. That's why he's number 5. And the Buccaneers number 5. Not top 4, though. John, please, number 4. Number 4, the Los Angeles Rams, number 9 last week, increased in 5 spots this week. To be opposite of the Lions and Packers, the Rams increased 5 spots, not dropped 5 spots. I know they only beat the New Orleans Saints, I get that, but still, a lot of teams have had bad losses last week. The Packers, Lions, who else you got? Chiefs, I know they're not bad losses, it's the fucking Bills, honestly, but still. But still, the Rams are a fucking great team. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, and that defense you got in Los Angeles, led by Sean McVay. I mean, come on, man. The Rams are a team that now you can't sleep on at all. That's why number 4 this week. Obviously, didn't be a great opponent in the Saints. Obviously, it's not the greatest wins at all. But still, man, I gotta give credit to Matthew Stafford and company to say at least. Number 4 this week. Just not top 3. Jordan, please, number 3. Number 3, got the Indianapolis Colts. Number 1 last week, obviously lost against the Pittsburgh Steelers this week on Sunday afternoon. I'm not worried about the Colts at all. It's just 1 loss out of 2 they had. And plus, they just trade for fucking Sauce Gardner. Granted, they gave up 2 first-round picks, and that could be a little bit scary. But A.D. Mitchell, I might give up A.D. Mitchell at all. If you can give like 1 first-round pick and A.D. Mitchell, that'd probably be better. More digestible. If you can give up a first-round pick for a corner is kind of bizarre. But then again, the Colts might be in the 20s this year. Next year, it might be a little bit debatable. Depends if Daniel Jones can be same like this year compared to be this year and was compared in the following year. Same thing with Jonathan Taylor. He can ride momentum on 2026 to say the least, but still. I'm not worried about the culture this year. Even with acquiring Sauce Gardner, going on that defense of Kenny Moore and Travarius Ward on the corners. That is fucking elite beyond elite can be. I mean, damn. Sauce Gardner, Kenny Moore, who's a scoring defensive machine, and Travarius Ward, he's not healthy much this year, but still. I mean, is he out for the rest of the year? I don't know why I'm thinking Travarius Ward's out for the rest of the year, but whatever, man. You get the Colts number 3 this week for power rankings. Obviously, lost against the Steelers. I'm not worried about them whatsoever, though. That's why number 3. Not top 2, though. Gentlemen, please, number 2. Number 2, you get the reigning defense Super Bowl 59 champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, coming off a bye. Well, number 3 last week, too. They've increased one spot, though. They didn't perform 1 ounce of football at all. And obviously, I know, man. The Eagles got taken the Green Bay Packers. I know, Monday Night Football. Oh, joy, oh, joy. Again, best against Jair Alexander is now traded the Eagles. Oh boy, he decided to come with Baltimore before he potentially couldn't ping it back in Baltimore to Ravens to hit the Packers in Lambeau Field week 17. Yeah, I decided to come back 7 weeks earlier and face the Packers and just with the Philadelphia Eagles jersey on them. Oh boy. I don't know about that, dude. Obviously now he once was Jair, still love him to death, but still. He's probably the third best corner on the team. Got Quinyon Mitchell and obviously Cooper DeJean. Probably one more veterans around those two guys. Obviously, like two rookies just last year to say at least, but still. Eagles looking legit, man. Also got A.J. Brown to say at least, still Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. I mean, come on, man. We got faith. Thank God it's in Lambeau, obviously, and not in Philadelphia. Dang it, should I even want this game to be in Lambeau Field? The performance he gave against the Panthers, but whatever, man. It's going to be interesting at Monday Night Football game this week. We need the Eagles and Packers, man. Sign me up for that, bro. You know, I'm a Packers fan, obviously. Number 2, you got the Eagles. Number 1, spoiler alerts, like I said at the top of the show. Number, please, number 1, I'll say at least. Number 1, you get the Buffalo Bills. Or number 4 last week. Obviously, being the defending AFC champions last week, this past week, the Kansas City Chiefs, as they always do in the regular season. This guy obviously doing the postseason there, Buffalo. Hopefully, they don't meet the Chiefs in the playoffs. Hopefully, one team can bounce them out, or at least hold our breath to say the least. They'll make the playoffs. Oh my goodness, I'm sure Chiefs fans will be all over their asses about that. If the Bills number 1 put up a great performance against the Chiefs, like they always fucking do. This is in Buffalo too, at Highmark Stadium. I think it was like what 27-20 the score was. It's not something like that area. But still, man. The Bills number 1 this week, number 4 last week, still a great football team. I was not worried about them in the last couple of weeks. And obviously, they lost against the Panthers. I believe previously, before they won against the Panthers, they lost a couple of games in a row. The Falcons, I believe somebody else. Maybe like who else it was? Falcons and who else? I don't fucking know. Whatever. And the following week, they destroyed the Panthers coming off their bye, and obviously they beat the Chiefs here. So number 4 last week, number 1 this week is the Buffalo Bills number 1. Go over my power rankings again. Number 16 get the Chicago Bears. Number 15 get the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 14 get the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 13 get the San Francisco 49ers. Number 12 get the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 11 get the Green Bay Packers. Number 10 get the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 9 get the New England Patriots. Number 8 get the Seattle Seahawks. Number 7 get the Detroit Lions. Number 6 get the Denver Broncos. Number 5 get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 4 get the Los Angeles Rams. Number 3 get the Indianapolis Colts. Number 2 get the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 1 get the Buffalo Bills. That is my NFL Week 10 2025 Power Rankings in this podcast. Let me know in the comment section what you think of my Power Rankings this week. And as always, let me know in the comment section on YouTube and Spotify where your top 16 football teams are going in 2025 Week 10 a National Football League regular season. As always, peace and love, right? I am out. Take care. Love you all big time to say the least.